National Football League on EA Sports. And the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Coming up next.
At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers, we're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Acrisure Stadium. Hello all, Kate Scott up here in the booth, and joining me as always, my partner Brock Heward. All right, Brock, everyone hoping we see a competitive contest here, and both teams feel they can provide that.
Yeah, this should be a good one. I mean, you just stack these two teams up. We've all done our homework. They've done a lot more practice time and film watching and everything else. But by all accounts, the numbers will tell you, the talent would tell you, we're going to have a competitive chess match, and I can't wait to watch it.
Under clear, sunny skies, we are ready for football. And we're underway from Pittsburgh. Julius Chestnut to return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
And even if he's still pretty early in his career, we know he is perfectly comfortable and settled into this spot as the be-all, end-all for this offense. Every time you take the field as a quarterback, you know you're gaining experience. You're getting more comfortable in the role. And as he goes forward, he tries to learn and take something away from each and every one of these moments.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Taylor, the motion man here. First play is to the air. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it's going to be 2nd down. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. 2nd and 10 now. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They send him in motion. On target to his man Taylor. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 48. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. Short pass brought in. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They've come out swinging to begin this contest as they've got it down to the 31. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Throwing off the play fake here. Brought in right side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed, when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and long for him here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Steelers, they're off to a great start defensively. They forced a turnover on the opening possession. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
So here are the Steelers now, taking over for the first time. And in his 8th season as a QB, he's the one to lead them out.
I know quarterbacks of this ilk sure excite their teammates. They love to see his explosion and that speed come to life. I also know this, Kate, that defensive coordinator on the other side, he did not sleep good all week long, knowing he could do everything right, have the right call. But that QB speed is a difference maker.
They go play action on 1st. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So 2nd down coming up.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
Here he is to throw on 2nd down. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week, because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Motioning one of the tight ends. Another carry for him. And that's good for a gain of 5. It was Preston Smith with the stop. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Back to the well again. And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it. No gain on the play. That brings up a tough decision for them on 4th down. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Couple of zeros on the board right now. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. The Steelers set to punt it. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. And this is a worm burner. He did not hit that one well. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the 2nd time. And as they take the field, Brock, they got to be thankful that interception didn't cost them. Still scoreless here.
I like how you say they. I think the quarterback in particular
Yep.
right, loves a chance to have in golf a breakfast ball or a mulligan, another opportunity to flush that first drive away.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Taylor, the motion man here. Back-to-back carries here. And he gets this up to the 20 before being stopped. A gain of 4 for them. That sets up 3rd and 7.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Throw on 3rd down. Connection made with his running back down the middle. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens get the game's first points here in the 2nd. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Lining up now to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. He'll take this at the 10. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Steeler offense out and ready to go for their 2nd drive. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That's caught for the first. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now a give running right. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. It was Preston Smith with the stop. The rookie from Miami, they're on the stop.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They give it to him again. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. And it's the Steelers facing a 3rd and 9. Now looking to throw. And down he goes. The Ravens defense gets it done. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Punting unit out now. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. The Ravens returning their offense and this running back to the field. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Putting a receiver in motion. Again to throw now on 2nd and 10. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. Has it at the 37. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's scored as a 51-yard punt. And the Steelers will take over possession. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. And that falls incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll try and throw it here. Dump off caught by his back. They get 13 on the pickup, and he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
New set of downs for him at the 38. 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's on the move. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. Caught, nice gain left side. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is, if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
On 2nd and 7. Escapes the pocket. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Steelers earn the chance to tie before halftime. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers tie this game 7-7. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. They'll kneel the half out, and they're content to take a tie into the locker room. We've hit halftime, all tied up thanks to that late touchdown. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we will...
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're off and running once again. That's going to be taken in at the 8. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Out comes Pittsburgh. It's off fantastic to begin the third quarter. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Lone back gets the handoff. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. From the gun, here's a handoff. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels, and right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he'll go down here at the 16.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Handoff now from the gun. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Throwing from the gun here. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers take the lead right away in half number 2. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Now we'll see them try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he's out of bounds. This is a great start for them, already on their opponent's side of the field. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. They'll start this series with an option left. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
From the 46. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Extra man in the secondary for the Steelers. 3rd down coming up. Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line. A costly false start penalty as 3rd down becomes much more difficult to convert as they back it up 5. The penalty makes it 3rd and 8 here. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. They'll throw on 3rd and long. He's on the move. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Option design here. And they're going to stop him after he runs it inside the 35. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
They bring a tight end in motion right. Running it now out of the gun. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Stopped that time by Marcus May. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
One of the tight ends motioning right. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
Such a perfect example of a kicker just doing his job. And now, well, now it's incumbent upon that defense to give him and their offense another shot.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. He'll begin his return from the 11. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Cut out left. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
He's back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 4. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers up by 4. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Plowing up the middle. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Another carry for him. And he gets this down to the 41 before being stopped. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
And he gets them out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. 42 yards on that punt. And the Ravens will go on offense. Baltimore running its offense out now. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Setting up to pass. Short pass brought in. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
He'll look to throw it. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. So it'll be 2nd down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Here he is to throw. It is caught left side.
Now that is a potential drive killer. Defenders all over that one and kept him from getting vertical after the catch.
And the Steelers go in nickel, 3rd down. Here he is to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. He connects downfield on 4th. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Now to throw. Oh no, the ball is loose! Steelers have it, headed the other way! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. What an incredible drive they had authored, Brock. But all that progress, pardon the pun here, just fumbled away.
I couldn't say it better myself.
The Steelers offense headed out. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. Well, Brock, the fans, all right, here we go, Steelers, as they take the win on the North Shore. And, partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little